Do you believe in reincarnation or past lives?
Like, I believe, yeah, I guess, because I believe I've lived before.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's the same thing, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think so.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's talk about it.
Let's go. Let's go. Cello, I'm Ash.
And I'm Leon.
And this is Only If You Can Keep Up. Okay, so reincarnation.
Reincarnation, past lives.
So that's like, for real, like you lived a whole ass life before and then you like die and then you came back to this life?
Yeah. I mean, your soul has lived another life in some way.
So I might not look like this.
Right. Like your soul, your ethereal being. Is that how you say it? Ethereal? Ethereal?
Oh, I know.
I'm having a brain fart. Your, your spiritual
Essence.
self. Yeah, your soul has
Been on the planet before.
Yeah, maybe another planet. I don't know. Depends on what you believe. Some people believe in like the star seeds and all that stuff. Like
We're
you
not
come
going
from
that
another, but your soul has. I believe our souls can reincarnate. That this isn't our only physical life form. That some people think your dreams or your deja vu or your weird memories that you have can have something to do.
There has been times in my life when I was like, okay, say driving down a road.
Yeah.
And I've never been down this road before. I'm in a totally different state, different area, different place, different region of my life that I do not live. And it's like, we're going to go around that curb and there's going to be a barn.
You just know.
And we're going to go up here and turn left and there's a blue house. Like, I know things before they happen.
Yeah.
But
and
it's not all the
say
time.
It's maybe a little premonition or having those kind of gifts, but also who's to say it's not that your soul is having glimpses from another life and you have been there before. I mean, maybe. Because I have memories, like even when I was little, I'd have weird, random like images of memories, like glimpses of things that I thought happened or I remembered, like little bitty memories. And I'm like, I can't find anything in my real life that explained it.
I have memories of houses. For some reason, my little baby brain always, like when I was younger is what I mean. You know, like I've always remembered houses. Like I can literally map out your house as a child. Like that when I knew you as a teenager. Yeah. I can tell you every orifice of the house.
Without being in it, you mean?
Right now.
Well, oh, like memories. Like from
memories of it.
Ones you've been in before.
Exactly.
Okay.
But then there's also memories of houses that I have never been in.
Yeah.
And I can tell you things about these houses that it's always been houses with me. Like I remember them. And it's like places I've never been. Like I'll ask my mom, have we ever been in this house when I was even, 2? Yeah. Like you don't have the remembering.
Yeah.
No, I don't know what you're talking about. Like you've never been in a house with a grand staircase or you know what I mean? Yeah. Something like that. Like something big and
wow.
Yeah. So I always associated that with, okay, I've been here before in like, another.
In a past life.
Exactly.
And I fully believe in like, I don't know what you call it, like soul connections or like kindred spirits, like people you just have this instant connection with and you feel like you've known them forever. I feel like there's been a connection in a past life and that's why you...
See, I was like that with my husband when I met him. Like, yeah. But okay, so like we went to the same grade school in high school, but he was like 4 years older than me, 3 years older than me. So like I did not physically know him. Like we were not friends or anything along that. But when I met him, like as an adult, I knew him. Like I knew we were going to. I could like instantly picture our entire life together, and I did. We did.
You can't explain it other
exactly.
Than, yeah, I fully feel like there is some kind of past connection. Like your souls have met in some way. Like it could have been that you were friends, or you were, some way that you knew each other in the past life. But
goodness, okay. But then you get into, if you think about that, all the souls in the world, all the humans in the world, how do those two come back together?
Well, that's where you get into if you believe that you're in charge of your destiny. Like some people think that you choose what path you want your soul on this next life, and you'll choose that soul family in some way, or you'll challenge yourself to see if you can meet up with that person again, like
without even knowing you're doing it.
Yeah, because your like physical body, your subconscious, your brain isn't going to know, but there, you can, spiritually get more, understanding eventually, like as you strengthen your psychic gifts and stuff like that, and I guess like get in touch with your higher self or whatever, your soul purpose, that you'll be like, oh yeah, like I'm meeting this person for a reason. And some people think that your soul has, that you, before you became this physical being, that you decided to keep meeting up with this person and going on these quests or challenges. Like each life is a new.
Sounds like a really cool video game.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, you never know.
We should have made a video game called
maybe
Soul
we're
Searcher.
Controlling our own video game. Maybe our souls are like, oh, here we go. Let's try again.
No, they're not.
I don't know. I don't know. Because I feel like that there's so many people I've met and I'm like, gosh, they're so familiar. Like their eyes, everything. And I'm just like, where? I've never met this person in my life. How on earth can they feel so familiar? Like, it's not a physical thing. It's just like a knowing, like a comfort, familiar thing. Like, it has to be like a past life thing. I don't know what else could explain it.
So, how about this question? So, say you have a grandparent that passed away, which you've had several.
Yeah.
Could they come back now?
See, that's where I get confused. You know, being whatever I am, where I connect with spirit and stuff. Some people think that your soul can like be in different places at once. You know, that
what?
You can like, you know, you can.
I never heard that one.
Or like fragments, I guess, like where you can kind of like, yeah, you reincarnate, but your essence is still there that you can connect with. Like your, okay, it's like your soul, like you talk about astral projection, the dream world, all that kind of stuff, all that kind of weird shit. Like your soul doesn't necessarily have to stay in your physical body. So like when you're dreaming or when you're meditating or when you're doing anything like that, your soul is aware of what's going on. So maybe that person's soul is still connecting like with what's left of that human experience, even if it's in a new body or even if, but I don't know, because all of my grandparents I've lost and people I've lost have been more recent. I don't feel like they've had time to reincarnate or that they've chosen not to. I always feel like you can choose. I always feel like after you die, you can choose to like, you know, be a spirit, whatever, check in with your loved ones, or you can choose to like move on.
Well, maybe it's like a thing where you're a spirit, and then once you get your, what's it called, unfinished business done, then you can reincarnate.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Or like once you feel like, you know, you don't need to check in on everybody, or you don't need to connect with everybody, maybe then they move on. Or maybe some of them do, and you're still able to connect with what's left in the spirit world. I don't know, like an imprint type of thing. Okay. I really don't know. That's one.
Nobody knows.
I've seen so many theories on it, like with different mediums and psychics, like they all have different theories on it. So I really don't
know. Like one part of my body is just like literally you're alive and you die.
Yeah.
And that's it. You go in the ground and you're done. Or cremation or whatever you choose.
Yeah.
And that's it. You're never coming back. Yeah. You know, so, but then another part of me is like, I feel like I've been to places before. I feel like I've been here before. I feel things I shouldn't feel as me on this planet right now. So why do I have these feelings?
Yeah.
Could that be explained by something else? Or is it just I'm fucking weird?
I don't know. I think it's definitely like a soul thing. I really think that we have souls. I really do, because I can't explain where all of this comes from otherwise.
To you, what is a soul?
And see, that's where like spirit and soul, the difference, that's where I get mixed up, because some people use it interchangeably, like meaning the same thing. But like, I feel like your spirit is like the essence of who you are. Mm-hmm. Like your spirit, you got your mind, body, spirit, whatever.
Can spirits have souls?
See, this is how I feel. Like your spirit is like your essence, your energy, and your soul is like what comes into your body and leads you and goes back and forth, and they can connect. And when they meet with the spirit and the body, then they create a whole life or whatever. Okay. So like, I think spirit and soul are different, but then when you talk about a spirit, like a ghost or a spirit, that's different to me. Like, an energy entity spirit is different than the spirit of who you are, your essence. Does that make sense?
Kind of, yeah.
Like if your soul leaves your body, I don't think that's the same as your spirit is like your light, your like what lights you up, like what makes you who you are.
I have a completely different thought on it, and like this is just what my brain has come up with over the years, like how I guess I've gotten used to not gotten used. What's the word? Bird. No.
Tortilla.
Unicorn. What's it called? Like
philanthropy.
It's not.
Tennis shoe.
Sheldon Cooper. Okay, sorry, we got off track. What was I talking about?
Chevy trucks.
I really don't remember what I was talking about.
Theories on soul and spirit.
Oh, okay. What my brain has come up with. We'll just go with that. Okay, have you've seen Harry Potter, right?
Yeah.
Okay, you know when Sirius Black is laying by the pond and the Dementor is sucking his soul out and there's a ball of light that comes out of his. That is what I literally have always envisioned a soul as.
Yeah, yeah.
Before I saw Harry Potter when I was a child, it is this marble figure inside of your body that controls you. Well, it doesn't control you. It is you. It is who you are. It is your color of hair. It is your personality. It is how you act
gives
towards
your
people,
body your
everything. And when you die, your soul is gone. Your soul leaves. It does not go on with your spirit. Your soul leaves. Where that soul goes is what I don't know.
Yeah.
Does it go to another person? Does it just rot in the ground with your body? What happens to that physical
That's
soul?
similar to what I feel. I feel like soul and spirit are different.
Yes, 100%.
And when they unite, that's what makes your body who you are, the essence of who you are. Your soul is what leaves and travels and goes in between, and it can meet with a new spirit. It can meet with your new body. But I feel like there's this realm, I don't know, call it an in-between. This is how I see it all, and this is what I get when I try to connect all this. There's this realm where you can just kind of either hang out, check in, hang out, move on to the other side, be it heaven or the light or whatever, or reincarnate into a new life. Like, I feel like you can choose, that your soul can choose. Right. I feel like, I don't know that once you're in a new body that you can really control what you're doing so much, but like if you connect with your higher self or whatever, that you can try to find your purpose again.
So all the people walking around are just reused souls?
Not all of them. I feel like there's new souls. Okay. And I feel like there's also soulless people.
Really?
Like NPCs. I don't know that I believe in NPCs, but like...
Okay, what's an NPC?
You know, like a non-player character.
A what?
Yeah, a non-player character.
I know what it is.
Someone who's just an empty vessel, just walking around, like, not aware, not connected in any way, just kind of, like, going through the motions.
I don't know. I'm not going to say the words I thought. Okay, anyway, go.
I feel like everyone maybe has a soul in the beginning, and maybe it's either, like, darkened or, like... Sometimes I feel like it could leave the body. I don't know.
So, like, as an alive human, you feel like somebody could lose their soul.
Yeah.
Like, I could lose my soul.
Well, and then they talk about soul contracts and stuff like that. If you do enough bad things or make the wrong decisions, then you've lost control of it. Almost like you've disconnected from your soul. But yeah, I feel like there's a lot of people that are just not, either they're new souls and they're not very wise. They're not very intuitive. They're not aware of what's going on, almost like they're brand new. Like there's no inner guidance, there's no past.
Okay, so could those be like the dumb people in the world?
Yeah, or like the ones that are just kind of like oblivious and going through the motions and just like, everything's great.
That's what I mean. Like the people who aren't aware of anything. Yeah. They're not aware of anything.
I feel like the old souls, the ones that have lived many lives, are the ones who struggle the most with mental illness, with drug addiction, with just in general, like deep thoughts and dark thoughts and going.
I've never thought of this. That's a good.
I feel like because we have so much that just randomly comes to us and we're trying to figure everything out. And like the new ones are just like, like a little kid, like I'm figuring it out and it's fun and it's exciting and I'll be fine. They don't think about those deep, dark things that bring so much. I feel like I've lived a lot of lives in the past. I feel like you've lived a lot of lives in the past.
See, I don't know. Like, I like to think I have. But on the other hand, there's something that holds me back from believing this because it's crazy.
Yeah.
Like, the thought of my soul living in another time, another place, another area is insane sounding. But then again, so is a ghost.
Right. So is ghosts, so is space, aliens, all of it. And, like, we know that there's this vast, infinite...
Exactly. So
we know there's more to it. There has to be more to it.
Exactly. So who's to say that my soul hasn't been here before? Who's to say my soul hasn't done amazing things? Right. You know what I mean? Like, and I also feel like I have the potential to do awesome shit.
Yeah.
Like, I could do a lot with my life, but I choose not to.
Yeah.
But I feel like I could, and I think... somewhere I have before. And that's why I believe I have that potential. I was just going to say that.
I feel like your soul specifically has already done such big things.
Exactly.
And mine too. And I feel like that's why we chose these lives that we have now. Almost like we were like, let's try a different route this time. See if we can, maybe open some minds, maybe talk to some people, help people when we can. But like, let's choose a more subtle route this time and see how it goes.
Because I always think I have all these ideas and thoughts and things that I could do. Like, I'm not talking about inventions or anything, just things to like help the world, help people, help an individual human being. It doesn't matter. But I physically do not know how to do it. Could not start it if I wanted to because I'm already busy as hell.
Yeah.
So it's just like, I feel like I've done it before.
Yeah. Almost like we gave ourselves this option of doing the more physical, mundane type of life.
Maybe. I don't know.
But I feel like eventually we're getting more in tune with and deciding to pull that stuff back into our lives. Like me with the, because even when I was little, I was like this, like aware of stuff that didn't make sense.
See, I was
hearing things, thinking houses were haunted, having memories I couldn't explain. I've always been like intuitive and like an anxious kid, and then like just over the last 10-15 years have I really started realizing like there's more to this. Like I want to understand it better. Right. I want to understand my gifts, and like if they're gifts or if I'm just crazy. I mean, I could be both. Most people who are like this, into this kind of stuff, do get labeled as crazy because, it's not normal to most people. But
because they don't like it.
What is normal, really? But the past life stuff, there's all kinds of like meditations and stuff you can do, like past life regression type exercises. Like there's books about it.
We've done one before. You've done that thing to me before.
I have one that I've kind of like made up. Like I've read books on it and stuff, but I kind of made my own, and I've done it a few times myself, and it's trippy because I get like weirded out, like, oh, like, is this for real? It's so detailed. But I've gotten some really detailed stuff on like what I think are past lives. And I know they have like past life, like hypnotherapy, like therapists that actually do this stuff to like help people understand their trauma, understand their feelings. Like there's some that really think that your past lives have a big, impact on your current life. And when I did this one, like I was meditating, like asking for answers, asking for like, explain this to me. And I did this past life regression exercise in my head. It's just me walking myself through this. And I got that the most recent one that I was like a surfer woman in like California.
Like a surfer? Like a surfboard
like
on
in the
ocean?
60s, like when women wouldn't have been able to, but I was like a single woman, and I died. This is what I saw. This is just in my head. I was like, I do this whole exercise, and I'll explain it in a little bit if anyone wants to try it. It's literally just something I kind of made up.
Is this the thing you did to me and
yes.
I did, and I was okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I got that I was a surfer in like California. I worked at like a little restaurant on the beach type of thing. I was single. I was in my mid-30s, and I went out and hit a big wave and hit my head on a rock, and that's how I died. And then I reincarnated into this body in the 80s. So I had that big gap in between trying to figure out. But that's why I'm terrified of deep water. I
was going to say, do you bring stuff over from that life?
Yeah, so that's what question. I got. I actually have a birthmark on the back of my head that my mom says was there. I can't see it, obviously,
could be
but
how you died in a past life.
And I got that. It said your the way my neck is so messed up all the time, migraines, like ear issue, like all of my upper head. I've got that trigeminal neuralgia in my face, all the nerve pain. That a lot of that has to do with my like trauma to my head in the past life. So I mean that's interesting, and the fact that I'm scared of and the fact that I chose to not be single in this life, like. That I chose to get married really young, stay with the same man for 18 years now, chose the family life because I didn't get that in my past life. I didn't get, I was a single woman. I worked, I did all this stuff, but I didn't get to, I was lonely. I didn't have anyone. I didn't have anyone in my past life is what I was told. And every past life I got, like the last 2 or 3 that I died really young. So like why I worry so much about, my health and like things like that. It kind of explained like all of it's just all this like feed of information coming to me. And all I did, lay down in a dark room, close my eyes, take some deep breaths, get myself calmed down, and tell myself I'm walking through this hallway. I open the first door that feels right. I'm in my head, obviously. Opening this door, and you look down at the floor, you look around you, whatever you see, you start picking up on the details, like what does the ground look like? What do your shoes look like? What do your hands look like? Do you feel like you're a female or a male? Do you feel like just like going with what you feel? And then looking around at your surroundings. And in that one, I was like barefoot, sand, looking around. There's like the water. Mm-hmm. My hands are like, I'm a female. I feel like I'm in my 30s. And then it was like showing me the ocean and like showing me going out and hitting this rock and like, I don't know. It was very strange. And then I did another one that said I was like a flapper, like in the 20s, like a dancer that did like, like in the 20s. So like that would have been the one before that. And then I died very young. And then it was in a dark back alley. And
you were murdered.
Yeah, that's what I got. That men followed me home. And
okay, but here's my thing. Could this just be some movie you saw?
Maybe, but I don't remember anything I've ever seen like that.
I know, but I don't remember the last movie I watched. So, like, could it just been a memory that you pulled from your ass and you're like,
I don't know, maybe. It was very detailed, though. And, like, I said that's why I've always been one, like, self-conscious. I don't like to, like, show a lot of skin. I don't like to perform in public, even though I love to sing. And I've always wanted to sing, but
so I'm
afraid to have the spotlight.
You think that your fears today are because of past life issues?
I don't think fully 100%,
well,
but I feel like there's a lot of it. The way, just from this meditation exercise I did, I feel like a lot of it was explained to me. And like, it may all be bullshit. It may be my head playing games and making up stories, mm-hmm. but I feel like it does explain a lot of stuff. Because like, I didn't have, in this life, I didn't have childhood trauma. Like, I'd argue with my parents because I was a shithead.
You had no
trauma. But like,
as a
I had no trauma. Like, no nothing that I can. Most people with OCD, ADHD, all this anxiety, everything that I've got, most people have some type of trauma that they can, like, oh, maybe this is why I am the way I am. Like, all these unexplained fears that I have and all this chronic pain and all. I can't explain it. So, like, maybe it is a past life thing, something I carried through that I'm trying to heal and understand and help people get through.
Right.
I don't know. Maybe there's a lesson to it all.
Here's my question. I guess it's another example, not really a question. So somebody absolutely loves the Victorian, like, era.
Yeah.
Why? Yeah, I know some people have a reason. Their grandma had a Victorian house and it was super cool.
People will say, oh, I was born in the wrong decade. But maybe you were alive in that decade.
Exactly. Maybe you were there and loved it and you kind of brought it over. Like, so it also doesn't go with, like, bad things you brought with you, like the fears and stuff. Maybe it's also the good stuff. That's why you love the way your staircase is, or you created the staircase to look like something you love. You know what I mean? Like
I've always loved feathers and all that. Like, all that. Maybe it's because I wore feather boas and all that kind of, like.
Maybe you were a bird.
Well, flappers were all the, like, the boas and the.
I know, I was joking. Yeah.
But also, like, why I don't want to dress provocatively or why I don't want attention. I try to not get the spotlight. But also, like, I am drawn to the bright colors and the, like, feathers and stuff like that. But also, I love the Victorians. Like, I am very pulled to that kind of stuff. But I had another one that said that I was in that, like, in England. And I ordered an Etsy reading one time. Because I'm curious, like, I do readings myself, but, like, I ordered one from a random shop one time. It was a past life reading, and everything this woman said, mind you, she's never met me, matched up almost identically to the past life regression I did. And I didn't tell her anything. She didn't know anything about me. She was just pulling from her psychic, gifts or whatever. And she explained this life in England in the 1800s, like,
I'm sorry, I hit the
and
table.
She explained almost the exact year, the exact same thing that I had gotten like a year before on my past life regression exercise. So I've had at least 3 come up in this exercise, but I feel like there's more. I feel like you've had at least 3 or 4. Like, one time I was really high and my cousin was with me and I told her, I was like, whoa, you have like all your past lives right behind your head right now. And she's like, what? I'm like, I can see them, like, it's like layers. Like, you have like 9 of them. She's like, what?
What were you smoking?
just too much.
Oh, okay.
I thought I'd let the edible kick in, didn't kick in fast enough.
One of those
I took
stories.
a couple. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't get high very often, but
you don't have to disclose that. It's fine.
Yeah, she was like, really? 9 past lives? Like, yeah, I can see them. And I remember very clearly, I could see them like bubbles behind her head. Like,
that's weird.
But I do feel like I can like just sense when someone's an old soul. Like, I feel like.
So can you sense a new soul?
Yeah, I feel like I can. Like how people see auras. I feel like I can like walk up to someone and just feel like, oh, like they've never lived before. Like this is their first time on this planet. And maybe they lived as an animal or something before. Who fucking knows? Maybe they were a dolphin.
My great grandma swears my son was a dog in a past life.
Really?
Like swears it. Because when he was little, he barked all the time.
Yeah.
And he would like sniff you, like come up and just, like your face, your arm, it doesn't matter. He would always sniff you.
Oh my god.
And he still randomly he'll let out a bark. So
he very well could have been.
She's still to this day.
You never fucking know.
And he always pretends like he's scratching his ear like a dog does. He still does that.
Gosh.
Like if he's got a little ear itch, he'll just like
so
hit his ear
funny.
like a dog would. Yeah.
You never know.
Yeah.
You never know.
He was a good boy, I guess.
I do. I mean, I believe that we can be animals. We can be whatever. Like, whatever your soul decides it wants to try. Maybe my gaps. Maybe I was animals in my gaps, like an owl or something, dude.
That'd be pretty cool, though, wouldn't it?
Would be awesome.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's all weird. It doesn't make sense. And most people are going to listen to this and be like, what the fuck are you talking about? But if you've made it this far into our podcast, you know that we are weird. We know that we talk about weird stuff.
Talk about weird shit. But it's fun.
Yeah.
It's fun to even just think about.
I love the stuff that no one really knows. We need that, like, intriguing. Yeah. We need to not know stuff.
Right.
Like, to question things, to be curious. Like,
right.
That's what gives us some dopamine boosts, baby. I don't know. But yeah, I think it's all really interesting. And I feel like anyone can do those exercises. Like, even if you're not spiritual or you're not into this kind of stuff.
So you just close your eyes in a dark room.
Yeah.
Walk down a hallway. Open the first door that looks intriguing to you.
Yeah.
And what's in there?
And yeah, just start like noticing your surroundings and
but what about people who can't do that? Because there are those people
who can't visualize.
Who can't visualize or see within their inner self.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know anyone that's... I've only tried this with a couple people, so I really don't know.
Right.
Like, yeah, I don't know.
So,
but yeah, people who don't have like internal monologues or like can't visualize things, that would be really hard. I guess then they'd probably have to do a hypnosis type of thing because I don't... Maybe have someone else guide it. Or I don't know. Maybe they don't have a past life. Maybe they don't have, I don't know. That's interesting. Of course, like I said, none of this is factual. This is all just me and my weird brain and the things that I pick up and feel like I don't... Maybe it's all bullshit. Maybe I just have a lot of mental health issues. I don't know. I like to feel like I'm pretty sane and grounded most of the time, but I'm also like, I'm also like real cuckoo sometimes, like not making any sense. So,
but like I said before, like if you can believe in a ghost, if ghosts aren't, you know what I mean? Like there's so many things out there we don't fucking know. We don't know
if you believe in ghosts and aliens, you obviously believe that something more is out there and that we are not just a human flesh sack that goes into the ground or burns up and is done. I mean, there has to be something else out there. Like
your meat sack.
Right? Like what gives us our essence? What gives us everything in this head? Yes, brains are very complex, but it's not all our brain, Like it's not all just our brain. Because brains are, they're technically all made similarly. But what makes one person's neurotransmitters and stuff go cuckoo like ours with the ADHD and the anxiety and all that, and other people's just be okay and make it through. Like, what makes it so different? Just, I don't know.
So the saying, you're an old soul.
Yeah.
So that literally means that you've lived before.
That's what I feel like.
Because I think it was one of my kids. Someone always used to say that about one of my kids, and I don't remember. It might have been my youngest or my oldest. I don't remember. And it's kind of like, what? Like, okay.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, but so they literally think that they've lived before. They have knowledge younger than they should. They have a personality they shouldn't have at 5 years old.
Yeah.
That kind of
my
stuff.
My oldest, I think it was, maybe my grandma or my mom used to say she was like an indigo child. Have you heard that saying before?
Yes.
And I think that's similar, like an indigo child, like someone who's which she's on the spectrum.
I was going to say, indigo child is a absolute genius.
Yeah, she's very, very high IQ. She is on the spectrum. She's very literal, blunt, but very funny, very like, just like creative, and like she would say things as a kid, and she just talked like things that would go over the teachers' heads. She's almost 16 now, but like. She still is very, very wise. And like all three of my kids are really like my middle child. Sometimes I think she is an adult, even when she was little. It was like she would just say things. I'm like, what? Where did you even like? And my little one is like from another world. I can't even explain the conversations. He's 7.
He's an alien.
God, we talk about astral projection. We talk about black holes. We talk about other dimensions. Like he brings these things up and just tells me these things that he knows.
And I have a 7-year-old. And you know what we talked about last night?
What?
Chip and Potato, the TV show on Netflix.
And we have basic conversations too, but 9 out of 10 times he's going to go weird with it.
He's got
and he'll tell me, he's like, Mom,
thoughts.
I'm weird. I'm weird. I'm like, you are, but it's okay. What is that?
That is my computer about to take flight. Actual flight.
Off into the stars.
Yeah, it's a MacBook, and when they cool down, this is what they sound like.
Oh,
and so I am so sorry.
I never had me no MacBook before. I got a couple old iPads, but
that's interesting. Listen how loud it is.
That is. It's pretty loud.
I have never heard it this loud before.
It sounds like a saw in the back.
Is it going to explode?
I hope not. Maybe it's telling us to stop being weird.
It's not warm or anything. I think it's just really loud because we have headphones on and they're right next to our microphones are right next to the computer.
We'll see how loud it is when we play it back, but you might just have to deal with it, guys.
I think you're gonna have to because I can't take this out. So
anyway. Have to deal with that.
Anyway,
but yeah, and sometimes I feel like my kids were brought to me, or like they chose to come to me because I am so open with all this stuff, and like my mom's the same way, and it's like they needed someone who would help them embrace it rather than shut it down, because most parents would be weird. Like, what are you talking about?
All 3 of your kids are like that.
It is very strange.
Yeah,
because I would not call any of them neurotypical. They are not, like, they are very much, and they all say things that don't, like, you can't explain, like, how he can know, a 7-year-old can know, which he's very smart, and, like, but, like, some of the things he asked me about, and I thought I'd thought of it all. I thought I really thought I had gone into everything, because I love to, like, rabbit hole on the most random things and weird stuff. But he's asked me questions even like, well, like, what happens if, say, you're astral projecting and your soul bumps into someone else's and you accidentally switch bodies? I'm like, what? Oh, I don't know, buddy. I've never thought of that. Let me think. I don't know.
New fear unlocked.
Like, I don't know. And he's like, you think I could astral project? I'm like, let's
not.
You're a little bit young. Maybe well, I want to try it. I'm like, where do you even like I know he watches videos. He watches like space videos.
That's
and like
probably how he's getting the questions.
He loves to watch like informational stuff. Like, Mom, did you know a black hole can do this and blah 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 and a supernova blah blah blah? And I'm like, I've heard that, but I did not retain that information. Tell me again. He's like, I just wanted to. I know I'm weird. I'm sorry. I'm like, you don't have to ever apologize for being weird. I love weird, but I'm like, how much is going on in that brain? If I thought my brain was busy, how does he do it? I don't know. But then I worry, that it's going to be too much for him. But
so do you ever... Sorry, yes. I lost it. Wow. Did you see me just completely? Wow, I left this realm for a moment.
Black hole.
Do you ever sit and think of like what your kids were in past lives?
Yeah, I do. I wonder. And I'd like to do a meditation sometime, just like, like, what is my connection with them? Like, because I did it one time, like, just asking what kind of answers I could get. And it was like, some people you've met for a reason, and some people are new to your life, and like, but I don't know. I would love to like talk to like some guru, somebody who's like, but then again, everybody's opinion is subjective, like, because no one truly knows.
Right.
So anyone who says they know it all or understand it all or can explain it, they're just doing the same thing. Just like you're going to get 2 different doctors, 2 different opinions. They've both been to medical school, but they're both going to have different ideas because sometimes diagnosis is wrong. You just never know. So just like with this, nothing is ever definite because we don't know.
Right.
But I would love to have someone like guide me. Like when I started doing like the medium work and psychic readings and stuff like that years ago, I've only ever in person met one person who actually does this, like who actually does this kind of stuff. And she passed away. She was an older woman. And
do you think she knew she was going to die?
I don't know. I'd love to go back and talk to her. Maybe I could now. Oh my God. Hello, are you there? But she told me that I shared her gift, and she tried to explain to me, like, she's like, just, you know, don't get too wrapped up in the news and the media. It's overwhelming, and don't meddle. Yeah, she's like, don't meddle. Don't go to people when you have a feeling or you pick up on something. Let them come to you. You know, you don't want to start drama. And I wish that I could have talked to her more while she was alive, because even though she was very religious and Christian, so like she didn't like that I did tarot cards. She didn't. This was years ago. She's like, no, I don't like that kind of stuff. This is a gift from God. And I'm like, well, I wholeheartedly agree. Whatever this is, God, the universe, even if it's just our higher selves, there is some kind of energy up there guiding us. And it's all, you know, it's all the same. It's just however you want to interpret it. But I feel like whatever she got it the same way I get it. And I can't explain it, but I wish that I could have talked to her more, because I want someone who is confident with it, that like understands what they're dealing with.
So why do you think certain people are picked?
I almost feel like anyone could do it. You know, like I feel like if anyone's in tune enough and open enough that.
But somebody who doesn't have an inner monologue.
Yeah, that I don't know.
You know what I mean? Like if you don't have an inner monologue, if you don't have anything in your brain other than silence.
Yeah.
Could you really pick something up?
Yeah, I don't know. What I mean? Because everything I get comes
from your inner brain.
Yeah, everything I get comes as thoughts and words and images and words that I know are not my own. I don't hear things, but in my brain I get. Excuse me.
I think people who don't have the inner monologue and the inner visions and the thoughts and all of that stuff, I don't think they understand this.
Yeah.
I think those are the people who have turned this off already.
Maybe. They set a block.
Exactly. Or they don't want to understand it because we're crazy.
Yeah.
But, like, if you can talk to yourself inside of your head, anything's fucking possible to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, if I
create whole fucking stories.
If I just stop talking right now,
right?
I can speak inside of my head to myself.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
that's how I keep myself entertained.
Exactly.
Especially as a kid when I like couldn't sleep.
Well, that's how like I got through childhood.
Yes.
Because like, okay, if you have ADHD, you hear that song. You know how many times we've said, I believe. We've both wanted to say in a thing called love.
Yep.
We have tried so hard not to say it, but in my head I said it
over and over.
Every time.
Yes.
Every time I said it in my head. That's what I did as a child, so people didn't think I was fucking weird.
Yes.
Because I'm sure I did it once or twice out loud and they're like, what the fuck?
Yes.
So I stopped doing that.
Could you imagine having a brain that's just like calm and doesn't do that? Like, what would that even be? I know we've discussed that before,
my husband
but
has this.
It's so wild.
He has this. He has a silent brain.
How?
But he's open. Like
he's not a closed-minded person.
He's open
at
in
all.
the sense of he'll listen to everything I have to say, and he will believe that I believe it.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean he believes it.
Yeah,
he
but
will
he
believe that I believe it
yeah.
100%. And there are people like that too.
Yeah.
But my point is, like,
maybe he has a new soul then. Maybe
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No, not at all.
I don't know. So what makes people have it shut off and others not? Because it would be really hard to be in tune with psychic gifts or any type of that stuff if you don't have if you can't visualize or get thoughts and words. Yeah, because that's how I do everything. Automatic writing and all that is through my head. So I don't know.
That's interesting.
But I feel like everyone who is open to it can find a way to work with it. Like even if it's through sense or smell, because there's different types of different clairvoyance. Like you've got your smell and some people can touch something and just feel it and they know, or they can smell something and they know. I've got several different things I do, but like I can pick up an object and feel like I know where this has been. Like sometimes I'm like, oh, like I know who held this. Like, but I see it in my head. I see an image of an old woman holding this and crying, or I get words of like, this was a child's and they lost it. Like, I don't know. I can't explain it. Maybe it's just my brain making up stories, but who's to say that that's not what all this is? You know, like our brain maybe just entertaining us, but also for a reason. Like, I don't know. But I can't, you've seen it happen. Like, I can say things that I obviously don't know, and the other person will verify that it's true.
Right. Yeah.
It's not like it can't be not real. It just can't be.
Right.
It has to be real. Or there has to be something to it.
There's too many coincidences. Yeah. Too many quinkadinks.
And too many
for it to not be something.
Yeah. Strong details. Like, right. Yeah, I don't know. I've never done a reading or gone in someone's house and been wrong. I hate to say it. Like, never had like someone be like, you were wrong.
You did the thing to my house when I just showed you the picture.
Yeah.
It was just a picture. I think we talked about that in the beginning of the podcast, but it was just a picture and you're like, oh, what the fuck happened in that bathroom?
Yeah.
And that is probably one of the weirdest ones
for sure.
Literally. Like, you did not know whose house, what it was, anything. And you were like, what happened in that bathroom? Through pictures, through Facebook Messenger.
Yeah, and then I ended up saying like how it happened and what.
Everything.
How it. Yeah, and I can't explain it. It's just, I just saw it play through my head and I had to say it because I had to say it. But that's how it all comes, and I can't explain it.
So maybe if you see weird things, or like I'll be doing dishes and a word will come to my head, like a random fucking word. Like I'll be doing dishes and it'll be like semi-truck.
Yeah.
Why the fuck did I just think of a semi-truck while I was doing dishes? Why did that word go in my head? That's just a really bad example, but that's my point. Maybe pay attention to those words and pay attention to those things. They say that's and see if it correlates, and then eventually maybe you'll get ones that make sense, you know.
And I started trying to do that more often, but then I got to where I was overloaded all the time. That's when I had to start. Well, I get overloaded with like messages from the other side, and I felt like, okay, I've got to shut it down. I'd be like, oh, you need to randomly message this person and tell them that their aunt or their grandma is coming through. Like, it was very vivid and clear. But I'm like, nope, that lady told me not to meddle, so I'm not going to do it. But then I had to get to where I shut it off until I'm ready, because otherwise I get all these words. It's just a constant flow. It's not like I hear chatter in people, but when I lay down to go to sleep, I will hear chatter. I hear chatter. Like in my head, I'll hear talking and...
I hear myself chattering.
Yeah, that too, I guess.
It's like a constant stream of everything I didn't do right or need to do.
Yeah, that dread. Too. It's that like bad. Ruminating and I get that too, but then I'll also get like... stuff I can't explain, like almost chattering, almost like a room full of spirits that want to talk, but I haven't let them in type of thing. I can't explain it. I'm not schizophrenic. Okay, I'm very much aware that these are not my thoughts.
Do you hear that the minutes before you fall asleep? Like you can lay in bed for 30 minutes and obviously you're not asleep yet, but it's just like that right
before you doze off.
Before. It's like that 2 minutes of that.
Yeah, and I'll hear my name a lot in different voices.
Up walking around my house.
Yeah.
I hear my name all the time. I heard my name at Walmart the other day, like in my ear. Like nobody was there. Like it was in my ear. I was like, what up?
Yeah.
And there was no one there.
I feel like that's spiritual for sure. But also...
in the Walmart?
Well, it could be. It could be... Gosh. I mean... Or that could be more of like you're aware of somebody's going to talk to you and you're paying attention to not talk. You know what I mean? Like if you're just ready to go and get in and get out, that could be like your subconscious. But when we're laying down at night and we hear like our name said or so, I feel like our veil's so thin right then. Like they say that's, you know, when you get the most information or whatever. But
oh, my stomach's growling. I'm so sorry.
Me too.
Did you hear that?
I haven't eaten anything today. We should probably get something to eat.
We probably should. Okay, so if you, I don't know, want to contact us, do so at only if you can keep up at
gmail.com. Tell us about your past lives. Tell us about your thoughts on reincarnation. Tell us if you think we're full of shit. I don't care. Just tell us something.
Tell us we're stupid. I don't really care.
I just want some feedback. Yeah.
Anything.
Love feedback.
Love it. Okay. Bye.
Bye.